Alright, so we're on the draw. I think I'm going to keep this hand. Like, it needs green mana, but we have quite a bit of green, right? And we have all the artifacts. Same arguments as before. I mean, maybe if this hand didn't have Pyrohelix, I'd be less inclined to keep it, but... Ooh, two can play at this durable handicraft game, eh? That was a good draw. Let's get El Sagerino down. I mean, you can keep up the Pyrohelix to, I guess, counteract the first durable handicraft, but I'm not going to. Yeah-oh. That would have been a good one to do it to. All right. Let's drop the Artisan. Get ourselves a 1/4 and pass. Almost should have attacked with the Sage. It's probably worth it to just 2-for-1 myself if he wants to block and just get the Cub off the table. Cub is such a game breaker. All right. It's actually pretty nasty here. Might actually, well, I can't even kill it. I cannot even kill it. All right, that was a good draw. So it's good. The 4/4 down. Then we're going to have to just drop Giants like it's hot. It's pretty sexy durable handicraft when it goes off like this. That seems like an easy double block. We only lose one thing. That's amazing for us. Trade a 1/4 for a 4/3 with a relevant ability? That was a greedy attack. Alright. Drop the Giant. And I think we're actually going to pass still. Our opponent's going to be able to pump the team, so we need some blockers here. Off the handicraft, I meant. All right. Ooh. So I can't hunt this, but I can hunt this. Or this. So, let's see. If I hunt the Cub, my opponent can double block if I attack, and then I can kill the Wanderer too. And it's a 2-for-2. It's not even a great 2-for-2, but it is a 2-for-2 nonetheless. I guess technically, well, I can't even do that, can I? The toughness boost is what's getting me here. Options, options, options. One card in our opponent's hand. So I can play a second giant. I can attack with a giant, and it probably just double blocks here, and then I have to basically trade a 4/5 for a 4/3, which isn't great. I can't just hunt the Multiform Wonder, or they just pay an energy and get it out of range, so that's not going to work. And I can't even hunt the weak Pyrohelix, because I deal 5 to it. It pluses the toughness, so then it goes to 6. And then I Pyrohelix and it does it again. And it gets it out of range again. So I can't even do that. Yeah, unfortunately, I think our best play is just... I could attack with the Outrider, actually. That's not too bad. Because I don't mind trading my Outrider for a Wanderer or a Cub. And my opponent can't really do anything with the Wanderer there. All right. I think we're going to attack with the Outrider, offer the trade with the Wanderer. Because we have these Menace dudes, I want them to be safe. I mean, I could just hunt the weak as well this turn and chill, but I think I'm going to have to hunt this Wonder at some point. Hey, we get to trample too. Nice. All right, now we'll play the giant. And pass. Ooh, Cobra. Well, Pyrohelix is going to be useful. That's good news. So, no cards left in our opponent's hand. This is actually kind of good, except our opponent does have 6 mana up here. Okay, so they're paying 1. I assume they're going to pay 2. Yeah. Flying Vigilance? No lifelink? Huh. Alright. So they left up the 6 mana so they can crack the Handicraft, which does make sense. However, what's the best way to do this? Because obviously I'm going to play these 2 spells this turn, so I want my opponent to use the Handicraft. This is a bit of a predicament, believe it or not. It's a bit of a predicament. Well, actually, I guess it's not, is it? So here's what I can do. I can hunt the Wonder. My opponent maybe just pays the energy, right? So they're left with a 2/6. No more energy. I attack with these 2. My opponent, if they give this Death Touch, then I can Helix in response. So I think that is the play. We're going to eat the Wonder. This is even better. So we Pyrohelix in response, right? Because, let's see. I'm going to deal 5 to it. It's getting pumped, though. So it becomes 5. Maybe that doesn't work. I can kill the Cobra. That's all that really matters, right? But, cancel that. So this is becoming a 5/5. Then my opponent can make it a 3/7. And I'm only dealing 5 to it. So I would have to nuke it with the Pyrohelix in order for this to work, which I can do. Basically, I can get rid of the Wonder or the Cobra. I suppose I'm a little more tempted to get rid of the Wonder, huh? Does make sense. This is tough. I think I have to kill the Wonder. Because my opponent can't Death Touch this turn, which is certainly relevant. And if they ever want to Death Touch one of these guys, they're going to have to double block. So I think that means we have to deal 2 damage to this. So I'm going to Pyrohelix the Wonder, deal 2 damage to it. So that way, that I can still, it's still, basically, what kind of sucks is my opponent doesn't have to use the energy, but I am getting the Wonder off the board, which I think in a deck where there's more energy I might have to watch out for. It's just going to have to be worth it. And there's a good chance that Giant is going to be able to kill Cobra plus something else anyway. So we're going to nuke the Wonder for 2. So it's grand total going to take... Well, actually, I guess my opponent can then pump the power, can't they? My opponent can pump the power and then kill my Giant. Oh. Man, that really complicates things. All right, we're just going to kill the Cobra and deal 1 to my opponent then. I think that's the best I can do. I can also actually just deal 1 to the Wonder and attack with both still. And then my opponent actually... Yeah, I guess that is actually better. Okay. Sorry this took so long, but this is hyper complicated, it turns out. That whole +2, -2, or -2, +2 makes things super complicated. So we want to deal 1 to each. It kills the Cobra. We get to smash with the Giant, both Giants. My opponent presumably doesn't block. I could get the Wonder off the board at the cost of my Giant too, but I just don't like it. So we're going to deal 1 to each. And like I said, all this does is... Well, it doesn't do a lot. I wish that it did everything I wanted it to. I mean, it does a little bit, but... Okay, so we can attack for 9, but that doesn't seem that wise. So we probably just swing with the big Giant because our opponent's not going to block it anyway. It doesn't seem wise because if Cub gets in... Our opponent's in top deck mode, though. So it's not like they can... And they're out of energy, so it's not like they can afford to smash back, right? So I could attack for 9 here, and if my opponent smashes back with the Cub, I can just chump. It's not like this 2/1's doing anything anyway. Yeah, I guess we need to get in some damage here. If our opponent wasn't in top deck mode, I wouldn't recommend this. I'm also willing to get the Wonder off the table here. I guess this... I could also kill the Cub. Jeez, this is a tough spot. I was like 1 away from doing everything cool. I'm 1 away from this double block doing everything I needed to. Because now I have the choice of do I want to kill Cub or Wonder. And I probably just need to kill the Wonder because lifelink flying with any sort of like Sage play is going to be too insane. But yeah, like I said, I think I would actually just kill the Wonder. Guess I'm actually, I think I'm kind of happy. I think I'm happier they didn't block there. Okay. That's actually tolerable. It's an interesting attack. Pyrohelix? So, can I can't, wait, I can't kill my opponent, right? Or wait, I can't. No. I'm so close. I Pyrohelix the Seed Sculptor. These can't be blocked, but my opponent's left at 1. I probably just do it anyway, though. And then play the Rhino. Yeah, I guess that is the play. There's no other way to do this, right? I don't have the win somewhere, do I? I don't. All right. We got to kill the Sculptor. Smash with the Giants and play the Rhino. Aether Theorist. That's a pretty important draw here. Pretty stellar top deck on this board. 7, 9. They can't kill us though. Wait, no flying? Well, let's see here. My opponent can gain 9 life though. What does that mean? These, if this biggest guy was blocked, we'd get in for 4, 7, 9, which is not lethal. So I think it's in our best interest to actually chump here. Right? I think it is. And this way they can't gain 9 either, actually. They can gain 9, but they lose their Wonder. Quite the timely top deck. Guess I could have double blocked it. They gained 7 though, don't I still kill them? Yeah. They die, so they have to do it again. Well, I guess they'll just die then. Right? Oh wait, they went to 8? So they double block this. Oh, they actually do live. So I can threaten lethal, they just double block. I trade a giant for a Theorist, which is terrible. So I guess I just swing with this giant. And I think that's all I've got. Thankfully, they can't pump their cub. I can take him to 1. That's the rough part. I can take him to 1 life. Or wait. I needed to attack with everything there, right? Because my opponent had to block. I screwed that up. I needed to attack with everything. Because my opponent's only block was on the big giant. They couldn't, so I botched that. Or they should be at 1, basically. Is how I screwed that one up. I mean, granted, they would have been able to smash back and gain another 7. But I guess they can still do that now. So we'll double block that. Well, yeah, what would have happened? I guess... Oh, I see. Yeah, you can keep it alive and kill my rhino. So I could have taken my opponent to 1. They would have been able to smash back and gain another 7. So either way, it worked out pretty poorly. And either way, my opponent wouldn't have died. All right, well, beginning of the end. So maybe someone will point out some way that I screwed this up. I'm sure someone will. But yeah, if I had attacked with everything, they still would have been able to smash back and gain another 7. Instead, I lost my rhino. So I think this play ended up much worse anyway, but I'm pretty shocked I lost this game. Well, I'm glad I ran 16 lands. Yeah, so I think we're just dead now, sadly. Now I have to chump block. I guess we might as well do this. Handicraft, you know, it's just what I was looking for. Just what I was looking for. All right, got smashed there. That sucked. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves here. So demolish for durable handy. No, that doesn't work, but it does take care of the multiform wonders. So maybe I want it for that. Yeah, I guess so. Since I just lost to that card. What do I take out? I guess I can take out the Built to Smash, sure. Alright. Play first. Yeah, I guess we'll keep this. This hand requires non-land cards, but I think a lot of hands do. And we're running 16, right? We're running 16, so what could go wrong? It's not like we're going to rip lands for the rest of the game, right? I believe that was game 1 too. I used a lot of time on the clock trying to do math and then still making the worst of the two decisions. So I'm glad I used a ton of time to make bad decisions. That's always ideal. All right. Guess we'll go in. We don't have any need for servos, right? I don't think so. All right, so we can make it a 3-3 now. So probably going to have to keep the monitor back because then he can scry next turn and make it a 4-4. So you can make it a 4-4. I guess we just make the trade then. Yeah. It's not a great trade since they don't have to use any of their energy, but it's overall Long Tusk Gub is miles better than Monitor for sure. Couldn't kill it if I wanted to. Guess we'll chump here and prevent 4 damage. So I guess we're just dead. All right. That is that. So I hope there wasn't a way I could have won that game one. That'd be a big bummer. I don't think there was. Like I said, I could have taken my opponent to 1, and then they would have smashed back and gained... They would have only gained 5, so they would have gone to 6. They would have played another blocker. What did they play after that? I screwed it up, is what I'm trying to say. I completely screwed it up. And I'm a dum-dum for doing so, but can't always make the best decisions, huh? Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I screwed it up. It sucks. And that is that. So thanks for tuning in. I did like our deck a lot. I thought it was super good. What do you know? We won some games on the back of Frighter. Imagine that. Yeah, at least we got to do the ridiculous turn progression I wanted to do. Brawler into Freighter into, what was it? Pima? Or was it Doorbuster? Or was it Artist? Or was it Monitor? It was something stupid. So we just dealt a quadrillion damage by turn like 4. So that was cool. Hope you enjoyed it anyway. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.